saw a YouTube video the other day that said, if you don't like beetroot but you've never made your own, then you can't say that you don't like beetroot. I really thought that it would be super involved to make this. Tomatoes are now out of season, so I was gonna have those in my breakfast, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try the beetroot thing. It tastes so much more different. It's kind of milder. You're losing that intensity of the earthiness. I think that's what puts people off, is like, to me, when you eat beetroot, it just kind of tastes like you're eating like a mouthful of soil. But it's so, so good for you. So it's something that I've really wanted to try and eat. So no, I'm really happy with that. And to be honest, it really wasn't that much of a faff. It peels really easily if you do it under the water. And by doing it under the water, it kind of is cleaning your hands at the same time. I'm not sure if it's the most appetizing looking breakfast I've ever made, but the colour of that beetroot is amazing and I'm excited to try it. You get the saltiness from the feta, a little bit of freshness from the chives, and obviously the beetroot, a nice warm tortilla. I feel like I always prefer a warm breakfast, especially this time of year. And yeah, it's a good amount of protein. I can't get over that beetroot actually. I feel like this isn't probably the best way I could use it, but now I've got loads left over, I can use it throughout the week. But yeah, the beetroot, anti-inflammatory, it's good for your heart. And yeah, I'm actually really, really pleased with how that taste has come out. A little bit easier for this meal. I have the leftover squash from when I made this the other day, so it's all roasted. I also use these pouches of lentil, just really good to add a little bit extra proteins, and it just means that I don't have to cook them from scratch. They've got a really nice flavour as well. I only tried one of these for the first time the other day. I think they're called a persimmon, I think that's how you say it. But if you've never had one before, it's kind of got the texture, I'd say, of like a softer apple. And the taste to me is kind of halfway between like a watery orange and kind of like a pear almost. I wasn't really sure how to eat it, if I just eat it as like a normal piece of fruit. I think in summer it's really lovely to put fruit in your salad, but it's not something that I really do when I do kind of warm autumn salads. But I thought with this one, seeing as it's in season, it is more of an autumn fruit, I'm going to grate it and put it in, and it was really nice the other day when I did it. It adds a really sort of nice subtle sweetness to it. Assemble this now. This is my favorite way to cook kale. I know a lot of people like it super crispy in the oven and everything, and yeah, I do like that as well, in fairness, but I feel like when you do it this way, it just keeps that bite. Like even the stalks, they get a lot more tender. I'm just going to dress this really, really simply with a little bit of balsamic vinegar, some lemon juice, avocado, persimmon. When I do my olives, I like these Kalamata ones. I'm gonna add some of this ricotta. I've not had this in a salad before, so Quite excited to see how that is. The parmesan that I used last time just was a little bit too salty for what this needs. Crispy prosciutto. It's definitely going to be too involved for people who don't have that much time, but I'm always quite happy to spend 15-20 minutes on making my lunch and my breakfast because I work from home full time, I work for myself. Kale and the persimmon, which is seasonal, and I'm trying to eat more seasonal foods where I can. And yeah, I definitely prefer the prosciutto cooked like this, like nice and crispy. I can't really do it when it's in its kind of, it's obviously not raw, but just when it's in its ham form. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, what I'm talking about. I don't need to over-explain. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, but when I had this the other day, it kept me full for absolutely ages and just felt so autumnal eating it. Like I do love to eat a warm salad, and I feel like it's just the perfect thing this time of year. Let's have a bite. Let's try and get everything in. That ricotta works so much better. It's a lot creamier and it doesn't have that saltiness to it, so the whole thing feels a lot more balanced. I'm gonna go and sit and enjoy this. It's time to make dinner. Tonight is one that we have fairly often. I would say it's probably, if it's not every week, it's definitely every 2 weeks. It's a white fish curry. I use basa because it's just really available to us here. I keep a big pack of it in the freezer. This is one of those meals that actually you can pretty much get all of it out of the cupboards and out of your freezer if you need to. I choose to use white fish with this one because it helps keep the calories down, if I'm completely honest, because this is the main culprit. This coconut milk has 151 calories per quarter of a can. I personally just cannot bring myself to use light coconut milk in things like curries and things like that. For me, I would much rather spend my calories on having a proper cohesive meal, something like this, and feeling absolutely no guilt for having probably 300 calories worth of coconut milk in this meal, because I won't have a snack throughout the day typically. If I'm like I'm doing now, I'm trying to take care of the protein I'm eating, trying to eat more whole foods, and when I'm eating like that and I'm minimal processed things, and when I'm actually taking care of what I'm eating, this for me is something that helps me keep on track. Not coconut milk specifically, but just taking that approach where I'll have 3 meals, they'll be a decent size, I'll feel full, I'll feel satisfied, I can have a cohesive meal, I don't have to have a bowl of things. I know that's quite a popular thing to do, but that just, yeah, that makes me feel like I'm on a diet. It makes me feel like I'm eating just for fuel rather than for feeding the soul as well, which is definitely what I think about cooking. I'm going to show you this recipe. It comes together really, really quickly. I like to cook the sauce first and leave that, and then I can just add the fish when I'm ready to eat it, as well as the spinach, and yeah, using the rice cooker, so that takes care of the rice for me. Just nice and simple.